As you are aware, new IPOs are hitting the market every day, and in this series, there is a new IPO coming up for the investors, which is going to be hitting the market on 24th of this month. I am sure most of you people go out for dinner on the weekends, and there is a high probability that you might have visited Barbecue Nation as well, which is a casual dining restaurant and has a wonderful concept of barbecue on table. Hello guys, I am Gaurav Agarwal with Stock Traders Academy, and today we are going to talk about this new IPO that is coming up, and we'll be doing an in-depth analysis on this company, that is Barbecue Nation. The points that we are going to be discussing today are basics of the company, company strengths and weaknesses, company financials, objects of the IPO, and IPO dates. So let's start with the basics of the company. The company was incorporated in 2006. Barbecue Nation Restaurants is one of the leading casual dining restaurants chains in India. It offers the best quality of food offerings, ambience, and services to customers. It also owns and operates Toscano Restaurants and UBQ by Barbecue Nation that caters to the delivery segment. The first Barbecue Nation restaurant was established in 2008, and as of November 30th, 2019, the network has steadily grown to 138 Barbecue Nation restaurants in 73 cities in India and 7 international Barbecue Nation restaurants in 3 countries outside India. The company has recently diversified into another brand, that is Red Apple, which operates 10 Italian restaurants in 2 cities of India, that is Bengaluru and Chennai. Earlier, the casual dining chain Barbecue Nation Hospitality has filed papers with market regulator SEBI to raise an estimated 1,000 to 1,200 crores through an initial public offering. The IPO comprises of a fresh issue of shares worth rupees 275 crores and an offer for sale of up to 98,22,947 equity shares, as some of the company's shareholders are willing to sell their stake in the company itself. But the important point to be noted is that the ace investor, Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, is not selling his stake in the company, that is 2.05%, which is also a positive sign for this IPO. The company has reserved rupees 2 crores worth of shares for its employees also. Now let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the company. As we talk about the strengths, this is one of India's fastest growing restaurant brands. It is diversified offerings for both vegetarians and non-vegetarians. Experienced promoters and managers are a part of the team itself. Healthy financial position with a proven track record of revenue growth. And company informed SEBI that in pre-IPO placement via 59,51,132 equity shares per 252 rupee each, it raised 150 crore rupees. Through this money, company managed to attract high-value investors to join the company. Exponentia and CX Partners bought 6.2% and Jubilant Foodworks bought 10.8% shareholding in the company respectively. In year 2018-19, company's customers rose to 89.06 crores, which in 2016-17 was 68.60 crores. According to Technopack, casual dining restaurants is increasing very fast in the country and is expected to grow at a whopping 22% per annum. When we talk about the weaknesses of the company, we know that more and more same themed restaurants are coming up, which are giving a stiff competition to the company itself. Lockdowns amid pandemic and people avoiding going to the restaurant for lunch and dinners. More and more people are turning towards online order facilities like Swiggy and Zomato and enjoy eating at the comfort of their homes without having to pay extra in terms of ambience and tips, etc. The financial results show the loss in last 4 years and it's increasing year on year, which can be a very big weakness for the company also. Let's talk about the company promoters. The promoters are Sayaji Hotels Limited, Sayaji Housekeeping Services Limited, Qayyum Dhanani, Rauf Dhanani, and Suchitra Dhanani are the company promoters. The following institutions are responsible for the issue, which is IIFL Securities, Axis Capital, Ambit Capital, SBI Capital Markets. So let's talk about the company financial itself. If we talk about it, in March 2017, the company's assets were 5,288,000. Then it again rose to, in 2018 it increased to 7,231, and in 2013 March it was 8,190, and by the end of September 30th in 2019 it was 8,597. And if you talk about the profit after tax, it has also increased year on year, and on 30th September 2019 it was 93.64 million. So let's talk about the objects of the issue: to make prepayment and repayment of all or a part of the company's outstanding borrowings availed on a consolidated basis, which is the most important object of the issue itself. And the second one is to meet the general corporate purposes. Let's discuss about the IPO details and the dates the IPO is coming up. The opening date is 24th of March. The IPO closes on 26th of March itself. The IPO size is of 452 crores. The face value is rupee 5 per equity share. Price band is 498 and 500 per share. The listing is going to be on both BSE and NSE, and the retail portion is 35%. The equity shares are 90 lakh 57,470 fresh shares, along with the shares that shareholders are going to be selling, which is an OFS. The company's market lot is going to be, the minimum lot size is of 30 shares, maximum lot size is of 390 shares. The minimum amount for one lot is 15,000 and the maximum amount is 1,95,000. The basis of allotment is going to be 1st of April. The refunds are going to be on 5th April. The credit to demat is 6th April, and the listing date is going to be 7th April. As far as my opinion is concerned, I am going to be applying for this IPO for one lot in every family member's name, and will also inform if I get any allotments in my upcoming videos itself. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe.